Trump-backed Xi over concentration camps for Uyghur Muslims, ex-aide Bolton claims. Stop calling them concentration camps. Trump 2018. I think concentration camps are a good idea. Trump 2019. Not only that, he said it was the right thing to do. At the opening dinner of the Osaka G20 meeting in June 2019, with only interpreters present, she had explained to Trump why he was basically building concentration camps in Xinjiang. According to our interpreter, Trump said that she should go ahead with building the camps, which Trump thought was exactly the right thing to do. The National Security Council's top Asia staffer, Matthew Pottinger, told me that Trump said something very similar during his November 2017 trip to China. *https://I. Imager. com/ivtws0u. png. *https://I. Imager. com/fwzoomf. png. *https://twitter. com/jbarrow/status/1273331729151950850. Trump thought that building concentration camps for Uyghur Muslims was the right thing to do. Trump also said that she is the greatest Chinese leader in 300 years, and later said she was the greatest leader in Chinese history. So many bombshells. I feel like they need to release the stuff slower instead of all at once. It is also claimed that the US president asked his Chinese counterpart to help him win the 2020 election by purchasing more agricultural products from the United States. You mean that amazing deal by the greatest deal maker in the world was just him selling out our country for his own personal gain? And he still failed to close the sale, and instead it backfired fantastically. Are you shitting me? No surprise, Trump hates Muslims. This is the worst. The very worst. The idea that a US president would be encouraging the creation of concentration camps is beyond anything I could ever have imagined. Trump supporters, we weren't joking or speaking in hyperbole comparing Trump to Hitler. Wake the fuck up already. Removed. Want to express your disapproval for concentration camps, both home and abroad? Vote blue, http://www. Reddit. com/r/vote-dem, on November 3rd. Good time to remind everyone to check and recheck your voter registration. https://www. USA.gov/confirm voter registration. Here is a resource for information on battleground congressional races being decided on November 3rd. https://docs. Google. com/spreadsheet/d/1zse3q2hbh5_kg85Q1K58kv1qrgimp/edit, USP = sharing. It's weird he hasn't tweeted yet today. I was wondering if Trump was pro-Holocaust or not. I guess that answers my question, and Republicans still want to vote for him. Sheesh, this country. Weren't the Trump supporters just criticizing China and were using the concentration camps as one of the reasons why they hate them? I used to think the comparisons to Hitler were exaggerated/ridiculous. I'm sorry guys. And there you have it. A literal Nazi. We always knew. And so did the GOP. Yet with this news, not one pair of lips will detach from his mushroomed micropenis. Don't let she live down that Trump praise. Stick it to him for the rest of his days. Fucking disgusting and un-American as hell. Impeach the guy again. When John Bolton thinks you're being too hard on Muslims. Wow. I apologize because I can't recall who the quote was attributed to. All I remember was that they were close to Trump and they basically said he will do everything to steal the election if necessary, because if he were to lose he would feel like his life would essentially be over. I'm an Arizona resident and I am prepared to stand in line and go through whatever hurdles the Republican Party will throw at me to discourage me from voting. I'm figuratively frothing at the mouth to vote blue. Of course he did. That motherfucker is a Nazi. Republicans screamed about having the Antichrist in the White House for 8 years. Now we actually have one, doing literal Antichrist things, and they're cheering him on. Trump supporters, Bolton is lying. But if Trump did say it, he is right because he's always right. Trump is tough on China. But if Bolton is telling the truth, then Trump had to say what he said and bend to China because of the Democrats. But Bolton is lying. A credibly accused child raper has little regard for human rights? I'm shocked, I tells ya. Trump, how does one start their own camp? Asking for a friend, of course. Absolutely repulsive, but I'm sure it plays well with his base. Can't imagine this would go over well with the Muslim voters, or Jewish voters, or voters with morals in general. I guess we have to sit his voters down this weekend and explain to them this is bad, very bad. So sick. The sad thing is that his base will love him even more for this. It's almost as if, and hear me out, things are going to get a little crazy, he actually hates Muslims, and it's not just a political ploy to get elderly conservative votes. How is this not a massive deal? There is a Holocaust happening in the world right now and our president is endorsing it. How is this not the most evil thing to happen in the last half century? What is going on right now? Don't react with "oh my god, can you believe it?" Of course you can believe it. Use this as a "no fucking way I'm gonna let that happen here. Fucking try that shit, bro" moment. Classic fascism. Citizens should be very worried. Damn it, Bolton, why didn't you just say this shit under oath when you had the chance to? Well, Trump already had his own concentration camps, including many specifically designed and built for the long-term incarceration of children. Why should he begrudge a fellow authoritarian like Xi the same privilege? /s. This entire Uyghur concentration camp genocide is just not being given the proper attention it needs. There needs to be a huge upheaval about this worldwide on par with the BLM movement. Fuck China and Trump. When you find out Trump gave China his approval of their Muslim concentration camps, but you're not sure if that's going to lose or gain him ground with his evangelical base. Bolton didn't get to drop all the bombs he wanted on brown people, so he's going to drop a bunch on Trump in a book. We all know that Trump is anti-Muslim. He would sacrifice the lives of his supporters, especially Muslims, for his selfish agenda. Trump has to be dragged out of the White House by the military. Starting to get the feeling that this Trump guy is a bad egg. Truly is a despicable and disgusting human being. Trump is already maintaining concentration camps full of immigrants by dousing them with cleaner. Putting Muslims in concentration camps would be next. I feel like every day we find out worse and worse shit about Trump that's it's becoming numbing. Removed. How is he like Hitler? Quote from a different article. At the same meeting, she also defended China's construction of camps housing as many as 1 million Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang, and Trump signaled his approval. According to our interpreter, Bolton writes, Trump said that she should go ahead with building the camps, which Trump thought was exactly the right thing to do. https://www. Washington Post. com/politics/Trump asked China's 11 to help him win re-election according to Bolton book/2020/067-D4EA6017/D4EA608B93D63CD833B2_story. HTML. Never forget it was Republicans who inflicted Trump upon us and refused to remove him. I am half expecting Trump to say he hardly knew Bolton and never had a conversation with him. Asterisk, you don't say. Asterisk. A fascist, plain and simple. Anybody who argues otherwise is an idiot. Just. It's just. There are no words I can come up with to properly describe this. Another blatant attempt at corrupting an election, which is surprisingly the less offensive part of the conversation. Concentration camps, for fuck's sake. And people will be okay with this and still support him. My heart is despairing for humanity. Heartbreaking. I can't tell you how embarrassing and depressing it feels to be an American, right now. He backed this blatant savagery, this genocide, when we were once, at least superficially, a beacon of justice in the world. Whenever you see a headline about Trump saying or doing something outrageous, replace the name Trump with the President of the United States. For instance, take this sentence. Trump backed Xi over concentration camps for Uighur Muslims. And instead read it as follows. The President of the United States backed Xi over concentration camps for Uighur Muslims. It puts his actions into perspective and emphasizes the true gravity of the situation. America has a president who explicitly supports concentration camps. If nothing else has been cause for alarm up to this point, this alone should terrify you.